combos, which he has a lot of, and the man can, you know, deplete your life bar into oblivion. You know, you got to spend a little bit of that rev gauge. Meanwhile, Marco, we can either be aggressive or hang back, and oh no, a little bit of the aggression was met with a, okay, great jumping from Hokuto. Let's see what happens.
Keep on dashing up, get a little bit of a low confirm here, just bringing Ronaldo into the corner, nice little air interaction, nice reaction on the reversal. That's the soccer ball with the overhead, tries to get a grab, pushes him back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, dashing low for Hokuto, and Hokuto is really doing a great job taking this fight to range 0. We're going to go ahead and unleash a lot of the meter. No rev blow to put a little parsley on that combo, but we are going to pepper it with some corner pressure.
Whiff grab. Okay, never mind. We got the grab. Run up. Oh, the reversal bait. Now he's going to get majorly punished ending the round with that super.
Yeah, we were talking about before just how damaging Ronaldo's combos are, and just one opening from Aoki like that just really changed the climate, even though it was Hokuto's round to win.
Nice little overhead wild punish there, pushing him all the way into the corner, getting him out of SPG range soccer ball setup. Nice drive block, I should say, for getting him blocking him with that mix-up. Side switch with the throw, pushing his corner. Constant pressure with just the overhead, it looks like.
And we got to remind our viewers at home is that when Hokuto is going for those overheads, they are -8 on block, meaning that one block from Aoki will be able to lead to a pretty good punish.
That backdash into the projectile confirm was actually nasty, but it's all tied up now. First round in CFGC right now. Starting off, we try to get a slide, but jumps over it in neutral. Gets a few key pokes in.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is that Hokuto is playing a hyper-aggressive style, which is something very fitting for a person who likes to put the SPG range in the first third, but unfortunately, as Aoki has showed us, when we put it in the first third, it's very easy to lose it.
Yeah, and those soccer balls are, while he did get the Shoto into the corner, Cristiano Ronaldo pushing him back immediately out of the corner, going for that level 3 super setup.
Yeah, this is really a tale of the SPG. Because Aoki placed his SPG range in the middle, that means one combo from Hokuto really puts him in the hidden gear range, and, well, we don't really need to hide the truth of the matter that, well, Hokuto's dead.
Round 1 going to the Aoki on the Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice little mix-up scene here and there, but not doing it too much to the point where one option is generally the way to go. Starting off round 2, we get a little bit of pressure. Nice armor with the green stuff in the air, blocking the soccer ball, giving off about, like, almost 50% of the health bar.
But we also took 50% away from our rev gauge. We're already 80 seconds in, 11 seconds into the round, so Hokuto needs to be very careful with how they spend this gauge, or at least get the kill.
Nice little throw to end the round there. Wanted to make sure that there was no opportunity for Ronaldo to push himself out of the corner. Starting off round 2 here, let's see what happens. We go for the air. Oh, actually connects, but responding Kain with the green stuff.
Kain, I don't remember that character being played right now. Ha ha!
Oh man, I get that joke, unfortunately. Anyways, Marco just pushing himself up
I get that matchup,
immediately.
unfortunately. 2 DPs from Hokuto. We already got Aoki in the corner, and great use of meter just to make sure not only we get the damage, but no more of that hidden gear stuff, man. We're not gonna say Sue today.
His super makes me just want to yell Ultra, but this is the wrong game. So
Ultra, Ultra.
Oh, okay.
No,
Tries
really
to go for
does.
green stuff in the air, more green stuff on the ground. Tries to get a slide in, gets the punish on the crouch jab, and that makes round 2 go to Hokuto.
And what we're noticing here is that these rounds are extremely short. Actually, these games are extremely short. Both of these characters have a rather explosive damage.
Yeah, the damage potential for most characters in the game is insane, with the exception of a few. For example, now we have just the corner set up, and now that's going to be a solid third of the health bar if he decided to use any meter there, which unfortunately he didn't have. Nice little bait into the green stuff with the armor. Overhead, gets him in the corner, that's dead.
What I really liked about that bait was that Hokuto dashed backwards, meaning that Aoki would have to dash or commit to a button. So it was great. It was a kind of a quasi whip punch too.
Oh, nice little projectile interaction there, messing up with the soccer balls. Not really using them a lot more. Either it's just the fact that he's just wanting to go a little bit more into melee, or he's realizing that maybe he doesn't have enough time for the projectile setup, so he seeks a hard knockdown, which he does right here. Here's the projectile setup.
Yeah, that was something. Hokuto has been very overhead happy, and now Aoki's getting a lot wiser to the antics, and when you block the overhead, that does allow for a gap punish. Goken fakes out with the soccer ball. Here comes the headbutt, and as long as Aoki can finish this combo, great start. Both of our fighters have 2 meters on deck, meaning the most damaging supers are on the table.
Nice little, oh, nice reaction there for the punish with the perfect block, driving him into the corner, going for that level 3 super. This is most likely going to get him straight out of SPG, which means he doesn't have armor potential for getting out of the corner.
Out of SPG in the corner, not to mention Hokuto using that round start SPG, allowing for the hidden gear. That is just pure hyper early start aggression. That right there, the fighting game equivalent of doing the blue dash in Mario Kart.
Well said. Ronaldo getting a little bit, he always tries to go for that little overhead projectile mix-up with the soccer ball, but getting that block every single time is maybe getting to him. Creating a little bit of space though, tries for an overhead. Marco's in red, which means he's going to start taking a lot of ship damage, but the uppercut in order to create some space, he goes for the projectile super? Misses,
yes,
he jumps.
Does, but
that's upsetting.
It really felt like Aoki was doing almost a panic super. But that's going to go ahead and put Hokuto 2-1.
Nice little green stuff up in the air. Yeah, that super in there was just like, alright, I need to seal this round. Maybe he doesn't see it, but unfortunately, he did see it. Oh, double green stuff. He gets on the other side, but no punish. And now he's driving into the corner. Nice little uppercut, wild punish in order to get himself out. That exchange was very quick, but also very technical at the same time.
And one thing is Hokuto is using the light uppercut, which comes out faster, but is also riskier since we can't break that one. What I'm noticing is a lot of Hokuto's offenses, especially the wake-up options, are extremely risky. But hey, Hokuto is making sure that they're not busting on this blackjack table.
Trying to create a little bit of space with the soccer ball, but there's the wild punish with that standing kick going into round number 2. We might need to create some space here because Marco is definitely becoming a rushdown character.
Well, that's one of the flexibilities of the Shoto character. Marco can really play it all zone, defensive, or in this case, hyper rushdown. And when we got ourselves the SPG in the early part, not only are we going to be hyper rushdown, we're going to be hyper damaging.
Getting himself into the red with the overheat, gets him big potential. There's the grab, is pixels away from killing, but it doesn't matter. Blocks the uppercut, and there you have it. Round 3, going to Hokuto.
Standing jab. What a decisive victory for Hokuto. Marco is looking extremely strong, and we're moving into the 5th game.
Yeah, round 4, that's where that. Anyways, nice little overhead. Putting on the mix. What's the mix here? Grab, pushes him in the corner, halfway through SPG already. Whiffs the grab, unfortunately. Marco's going to take all of the damage potential here. That's death.
I also like to let our viewers at home know how this round robin is going. We are playing a first to 5. Whoever gets the best of that, not first to 5, best of 5. However, we will play 5 games. So even though you'll win your set, for sake of consistency, we will play all 5 games. Meaning that our loser, the player who lost the set, has opportunity to not get as many points extracted from them as possible.
Ronaldo getting himself an opportunity to get out of the corner, tries to set it up with a low projectile, but not timing enough. Nice overhead wild punish there in order to get a lot of damage off. Swap sides, goes for the projectile mix-up overhead. Unfortunately gets counter hit with the down jab. Now there's a lot of space to get over. The super coming out from Marco. That'll seal the deal. Probable weakness is maybe not as good as long range, although Salvatore not the type of character in order to be sort of long range. He does have a lot of crazy mix-up potential with the stances if you don't know what you're looking for. But here we go, round number 1 starting off.
So we're going for 2 dashes, and really Salvatore has really good air normals, especially jump and heavy kick, punch heavy kick. Right to the SPG, 2 dashes just to enforce that, the corner game.
Nice block strings coming out from the Salvatore, causing this, filling up that rev meter even more, currently at 91% a little bit, but
yeah,
Kevin Ryan blocking it out so far, gets a wild punish in order to push him into the corner, tries to go for constant lows, now we're in overheat, but the wild punish!
And one thing about Salvatore that we need to talk about is that his reversal game, especially the anti-air game, is rather weak. And although he can approach pretty easily from the air, it really looks like Harms has solved this air puzzle.
Yeah, those crouching air kicks, but the level 1 kick super coming out gets him a little bit of an anti-air there. That flying kick move out of the air, it has so many. It's so weird in order to find the hitbox for that.
Not to mention, Snackcakes was doing it at a higher trajectory. You could see Harms going for the anti-air with the crouch heavy kick, the crouching D, but they just mistimed it.
Nice
grab. 2 knockdowns.
Nice grab to get him out of the SPG. Immediately pushing him into the corner. What's the mix-up here? Okay, drive block.
Yeah, we went for the roll for the safe jump opportunity, and this is one of the reasons why that Kevin wants this knockdown, because of the roll and the overhead punch. Oh god, we can just run a mix. Not to mention command throw.
Yeah, that command throw was pretty sick to see being thrown out, and we just see Harms taking it over Salvatore. 1-1 right now in terms of rounds. Nice try for a little bit of a mix-up.
That's one thing about the.
Oh my god.
That's one thing about the float from Salvatore, because he lands on hard knockdown close to his opponent. It's really easy to do a side switch with the jumping C. However, just by doing rev block, you can negate a lot of these mix-ups.
Try to do a mix-up at the corner. That's the whiff grab. Goes for the wild punish. Not able to get a full combo off of it, though. Just going for those air spirals. Goes for the low. Nice punish from the Kevin. Bringing it round 1 for Harms.
Yeah, unfortunate for Snackcakes. We ended that block string on a very unsafe button with a character with meter. And not to mention Harms with that kick super from Kevin. That's his most damaging super, because you could do it twice in a combo. It's stupid, and I love it. Yeah,
those supers do be kind of crazy. We see Salvatore giving it a little bit of a grab game going on right now, pushing out of the corner. Nice punish from Kevin. Nice grab in order to get him out of the SPG. Again, he goes for 2 grabs in a row.
This is going to be going to the break, and yeah, of course we're going to grab the cleanup, safe jump, going for the crawl. Made sure, good job on Snackcakes to block the overhead. They know the matchup, but when you got the life differential that big, it doesn't matter if you guess correctly once.
Both players electing to use their SPGs at the immediate start of their life bars, which makes it seem like they want to go for the immediate pressure in the early game. Salvatore tries to go for SPG early just to get something started, but unfortunately does get whiffed. Nice wild punish.
Yeah, right to the 4C. That is Salvatore's best button. It's plus on block and leads to so much damage right here. But one thing I'm noticing is that Snackcakes is still insisting on going to the air, even though we know that Harms has these anti-air combos locked in.
Oh, okay. We see the little levitate meter burn mix-up here. Get him out of the anti-air. Whiff grab, doesn't get the punish though. Counter hit punches, there's constant spirals, we get a mix-up, but no full combo. There's the grab in order to finish him off. Oh, no,
longest
pixel of
grab
health!
animation. Yeah, longest grab animation in the history. And holy bajobi, Snackcakes going down to downtown. The most telegraphed aerial approach I've ever seen. But you know what? When you're not expecting it, it might as well be a jack in the box.
Yeah, all these air kicks coming out and all these air spirals coming out. You just gotta be patient with the blocks there. Wasn't patient, unfortunately, at the very end of that first round. Nice little mix-up from Salvatore, getting him off. Anti-air with the super. No, unfortunately, doesn't get the punish of the super.
Yeah, the Farsi was too slow of a button. Snackcakes had to do something a little bit closer to get that, even though... Okay, lockdown, goes for the cross-up, but nope. Harms has the timing, even on the side switch.
Nice block on the super. We see a guaranteed punish here. Driving him into the corner, getting in that super. Here's the level 2 super on the kicks on not going for level 3. I almost thought it was level 3, but
It is the same setup as level 3, but unfortunately Snackcakes, since they put their SPG range in the early section, we did not have access to it. And really Salvatore only has one combo super after the hidden gear, which is the handstand. Just because his other super is the counter move.
Mm-hmm. But Kevin Ryan just taking it with a jab or two at the end, getting him 2-0 at the end of this round. Starting off round number 3, we're going to see, ooh, nice little wild punish there, but grabs him out of the air. Not able to get a punish. Nice little response there with the reversal.
And we can see Snackcakes not going for the jump Aoki because exactly for that reason, goes for the float and the hard knockdown too. We're not going to be using our throw yet. Instead, we're trying to whip punish with the far C, and we finally find it, taking Harms right to the corner.
Not able to fully extend that corner combo on the wild punish. Now Salvatore is in the corner, but we get the air kicks in order to push him out into mid-stage again, getting himself out of the corner. Kevin Ryan just giving him some block strings in order to give him some space against Salvatore.
Farsi doesn't really get some full damage. Snackcakes better be very careful. Runs short, does not get hit by the crouching jab. Standing A string. Okay, good. Oh, they clash, but still nothing really meaty from both competitors.
Oh, the side switch. Whiffs grab. Doesn't get the punish, though. And there's just a simple another grab in order to take the round. Yeah, the command throw whiffs are not getting punished, and I'm mad at that.
That's just because of the Farsi having such a long startup time. You have to be psychic to know that a throw is coming out. You have to preemptively hit that button, just like how hands
the block
preemptively. I know, even going for the anti-air. I'm surprised.
Little low poke coming out from Ryan. Levitate, reversal, going for the spiral jump mix-up. Kevin Ryan just keep on blocking, making sure that he can get a wild punish in here and there with the pokes. There's telegraph kick again. He just needs to make it more consistent.
This should be the round. More importantly, this should be the game. Harms is able to convert so many straight hits into big damaging combos. Meanwhile, I'm willing to bet money that Snackcakes has had more combo starters than Harms, but unfortunately Snackcakes is not finishing these sequences.
Yeah, I am noticing that a little bit. A lot of these moves visually look like that they can be started fully into combos, but I don't know if it's a timing thing, or it's just jitters, or maybe a mix of both. But starting off on round number 4, we see Kevin Ryan pulling Salvatore immediately into the corner, removing that SVG into another grab, going for the grab whiff on the jump. This is gonna maybe kill you. Yep.
Especially when we go for the enhanced command grab, for sure that's going to be leading to death. You don't want to be in the corner, and you don't want to get popped.
All right.
That should be plus, yep.
Plus on the meter burn with the double fist pump up in the air. Kevin Ryan, ooh, blocks the green stuff. Nice little reaction with the green stuff in the air in order to get a little bit of damage onto Kevin Ryan, who's almost out of SPG. Now is out of SPG, no longer able to use any stuff for armor. Nice little occasional pokes here.
But this is what I'm talking about, how Snackcakes can land a cross-up jump C, but just does not have anything else to follow up with. It almost feels like Snackcakes is either out of position or they're just not ready. Okay, this should be, yep, overhead, goes for the low, stays with the low.
Oh, the super confirm! And he brings it into the corner, driving off all the perfect combo strings in order to kill him. And that's going to be round number 4, going to Harms again.
Yeah, this is looking to be a straight 4-0. This is round robin style, so we will have to complete the set. But when Harms gets an opponent like this, when any player gets an opponent where you get 4 and 5 games off of them, that's going to be doing you wonders to your score.
Yeah, and with the whole system being based on the finishing off all of the best out of 5, we get to see a lot, not only more games for the players, not only more games for the commentators and the viewers, but also just a better ranking system overall, just to truly show off, like, hey, this is where we stand on the leaderboards. But Salvatore, a little bit low on health here, but manages to break it up a little bit with the grab. Nice little SPG bait, getting a full combo back into mid-screen.
But we don't have any super, so instead we're just going to get ourselves away from the corner. 2 jabs to make sure Harms is, uh-oh. Knocked down. Are we going to get the cross up? No, we're going for the low. Just want to keep Harms a little bit honest.
Nice counter hit with the double fist bump, getting the meter burn combo in. Salvatore's in overheat, so that chip damage. No, the catching out of the air with the super.
It's a rather good anti-air super, wouldn't you say?
Oh yes, it very much is. Although he did confirm it off to just 1 anti-air normal, which is pretty nice of him to just say, alright, tap, immediate confirm.
Oh my god. That's 8 hits. Save jump situation.
Oh, just the same delay, seeing if there's any gaps into Salvatore's defense. Getting the double low confirm off the dash. Command throw into the double command throw again. Full corner combo. Not able to fully finish it. Pixel of health. Let's see if there's a comeback. He goes for the super. Invincible.
Great call from Snackcakes, but that's only going to put a little bit of relief in their sails. They still need to climb out from this deficit. They're not overheated, so they will be able to complete this combo, but unfortunately they drop, but still, Harms!
Double fist
Oh
no!
my god! Rather good character. We've kind of nerfed a lot of his damage potential and conversions, but still, jumping C, stupid button. However, we got Kain. Pretty much City of the Wolves' answer to JP.
Yeah, and not to mention one of the premier characters just for zoning alone in this game. Immediately putting Billy Kain into SPG range, which allows him to potentially use armor there. Projectiles, creating some space in order for him not to get punished. Nice jump, mix-up crossover, immediately getting out of SPG. Nice little corner setup. Nice grab in order to block the reversal.
Yeah, summerwithsai's having a hard time. And wait a minute, summerwithsai, that's not a sai, that's a bow staff.
Hey, I mean, it's just the name, you know? Anyways, starting off, round number 2, Kain is creating the ultimate zoning space in this game. Although Billy, getting in with those super moves, just creating a lot of block string pressure. Nice little pokes, mid-screen pressure. And if Kain can control the mid-screen better than Kain, I think he wins the next round.
However, TUCTUC manages to get in. We're going for the wake-up super. That does land summerwithsai. Deciding to hold around for range 1, but no, gets popped in the air by TUCTUC.
Nice little green stuff in order to potentially armor through a move. Out of SPG with the level 1 super. Double projectile setup. Command dash. Projectile super. Nice chip damage, unfortunately, taking him out.
Being overheated in this game is bad. However, when you're overheated against Kain, it's a death sentence. Camu talked about this before. Kain is an aggressive zoner character, meaning he can keep you away and do a lot of damage from very far away, which in turn means chip damage monster.
And yeah, and that projectile super just going full screen, clearly a showcase of that pressure with the chip damage. TUCTUC starting off 1 round up against summerwithsai, immediately bringing Billy Kain into SPG range, but Billy finds a gap in the offense in order to get a little bit of damage, almost but not quite getting him out of SPG. Kain responding to Kain with a little small combo, trying to get SPG. Now we're creating some space.
Kain responding in Kain. I saw what you did there. Just like how summerwithsai just saw that projectile setup, using the dashes aggressively and smartly to make sure they close their distance without taking too much damage.
Just barely within SPG, but the air projectile gets him out. Here's the invincible reversal super. It's like, get off me. All right, we see Billy Kain going for some close-up combos here, jumping over the command dash. Kain, unfortunately, gets jab into the grab in order to get some stuff. Billy Kain responding to Kain with his own minor combo. He is an overheat, though.
That means, wow, man, deja vu. This was the second time that TUCTUC forced the overheat situation into the fatal range, but instead of going for chip damage, we just went for regular damage. I'll go ahead and make sure the salsa and guac are still available because the chips might be coming back.
Billy Kain getting a little bit of damage on here, responding with that little staff twirl in the air, coming back down. I always love the animation of that move. But Kain responding by creating a little bit of space, making sure that no extra damage can come through. Billy's now in SPG range, tries to move block string with it. Nice wild punish with it. What's the mix-up here? Invincible super coming out from Kain, though.
Yeah, turnabout's fair play. TUCTUC has eaten Wake Up Super 2 times in a row and realized, you know what? Let me try with that summerwithsai, and it's going to be doing very well for Billy Kain as we go ahead for the empty jump, lands the throw, and that's going to be the second game for TUCTUC. TUCTUC got a 2-2.
Yeah, the Kain here against the Kain. Kain, unfortunately, not able to control the mid-screen as much as he wanted to. Feels like he has to be a close-range character, even with the length of his normals with that bow staff. Coming out and here, projectile set up on the lows. Nice response in the gap in the offense with the pressure.
However, every time summerwithsai puts Kain at that distance, it really looks like they got to work hard to take up that space just so we don't allow TUCTUC to just do any of the spacing BS.
Nice grab in order to interrupt SPG, getting him out with a few normals with the kicks. Those spare lows coming in handy in order to get just the occasional chipping damage in. Spamming low normal again. We see the combo string to the corner, and the low comes out with the sweep.
Yeah, great delay button just because summerwithsai wanted to go in for a dash and the sweep has such a long startup and such a hefty hitbox, it's going to catch any sort of movement.
Nice little grab mix-up with the projectile homing in on the back. Interrupts the offensive jab, but it doesn't matter. Kain getting himself out of the corner, into the super, getting him out of SPG. What's the mix-up here? We go for SPG in the air. Nice little counter hit in order to interrupt the side switch.
That's one of the interesting quirks of City of the Wolves because of Just Defend. Having a DP while in the air is not a guaranteed anti-air. You have to be very careful with how you punish and how you hit your buttons. Uh-oh, it's like how we got to be careful with how we do our mix-up.
Oh, the low mix-up, even the super grab of the offense, that's going to kill Kain.
summerwithsai really showing us that they got that level 1 super on deck ready to mash. If you don't have a true block string, you better make sure you be blocking.
Yeah, the one, that must have been like a 1-2 frame gap or something in order for them to get the level 1 super off. But now we see Kain responding with projectiles, a little bit of basic jabs here and there. Wants to try and get him out of SPG, but unable to do so. But does able to get him out with the grab, chip damage from the projectile super. Unable to confirm after that. Nice little uppercut from the wild punish.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and slam the level 1. Good match with summerwithsai. One thing about these supers that when we do Just Defend, if we Just Defend the first hit, we could just roll our face on the joystick for the other defenses. It's not a specific Daigo parry timing.
Honestly, kind of wish it was a Daigo parry timing for those excellent stuff, so that way it wasn't really pulled off that often as much as was in the regular first season of Pro Play for this game. But anyways, back to the game. Billy Kain getting a little bit of damage off, getting him about 1/3 of the way. Nice wild punish, getting him out of SPG, going for the close range, but Kain responds with the invincible DP.
Yeah. summerwithsai is starting to understand that when we are dashing in and TUCTUC is throwing those setup fireballs, we could hit them. And not only can we hit them, we could get a wild punish off of it.
SPG nice to go with the SPG! Super. Unfortunately gets the full hit off. Level 1 super coming out for the invincibility. That'll kill Kain.
It is worth reminding people that this is TUCTUC set. We have taken the first 3 games, so summerwithsai, what they're doing is they're stemming the bleeding, trying to just max out the best of a bad situation.
Kain getting the projectile with the low hit setup, putting him into SPG. Tries to SPG through the projectile super. Unfortunately, there's not that much armor in SPG. That would be broken.
Hard knockdown for the wild punish. TUCTUC, gotta be very careful how we hit a button. No, summerwithsai went for the jumping speed, but not quite. The distance is not there. The more we want to walk back against Kain, the more we're in his danger zone.
Ooh, nice little command normal coming out from Kain. Oh, that was almost super unsafe in order for him to use that move. Unfortunately, just created some space after that, and then just bam, command dash out of there.
This is going to be first to 5. We are going to play 2 more games. So this is going to end in a 4-1, a 3-2, or a 5-0. And the TUCTUC's going to be playing like this. A 5-0 is a very realistic possibility.
No punish on the whiffed grab coming out from Kain. Creates an opportunity for Kain in order to get so much damage onto Kain. Invincible super catching the jump at the tail end of it, just avoiding the hitbox at first, but then hopping back into it after that. Now Kain going in with the additional super confirm off of the combo. Now gets a counter hit into combo. Kain is in overheat, gotta be careful, but the lows into projectile super gets him out of the corner. What's the mix-up?
Oh my god, we're just gonna go ahead and smash in their face. One more move from, oh my god! If we only hit a button in the air, that would have made summerwithsai take the game, but nope, it's just gonna be another win for TUCTUC.
Alright, starting off, final round of the set. Kain looking to take it 5-0 against summerwithsai's Billy Kain. Nice little cross-up, but unable to be fully converted. Nice little grab in order to side switch into the corner. Nice little low kick, getting the nice quarter combo.
Armor frame's not really finding the mark, but that at jumping SPG will...
Ooh. Reversal DP. We have a little bit of SPG left. Tries to use it, seeing if he can get an armor punish off. Aerial move getting him out of SPG, but it doesn't matter. Kain's now in overheat, trying to go for that level 1 super to confirm out of the air. What's the mix up here? Nice little low kick, putting him more into the corner. No special moves coming out. Side switch from Kain.
That was a great decision just because of that super being so beefy, slow, and damaging. summerwithsai was in the right range to just die from it. And now we're going to be 1 round away of ending the set with a 5-0 sweep.
Kain starting off immediately with SPG in order to get through the mid-screen space, providing even more pressure on the Billy Kain. Putting him in the corner with SPG, tries to go for an SPG move, unfortunately gets interrupted, out of the green. That's a corner combo, that's gonna do it. TUCTUC.
These names back to back, man. I don't like saying it's a tongue twister. It might as well be Peter Piper picked the peck of pickled peppers right on street because we have Hotaru and Hokutomaru on.
Alright, starting off round 1, Hokutomaru. I'm just gonna say ninja and girl. That's honestly the better way to
come on. Come on. You can't listen. We gotta be practicing a little bit of third wave feminism. Her defining trait is not girl, okay? He is not the Smurfette of City of the Wolves. Her defining trait is slow fireball, run up, and do whatever the hell I want.
Well said indeed. Alright, Hokutomaru tries to go for a whiff grab off mid-screen. Hotaru responding in kind, just running up, getting a raw grab. Another raw grab, keeping it on the side. There's the SPG coming out, getting 1 hit of a punish. Hokutomaru's in overheat, a lot of corner pressure coming out with projectiles. Just runs up and grabs once again. These run-ups and grabs are very dangerous.
Yeah, see what I tell you. See, isn't that a way cooler defining feature for Hotaru? Fireball, run up, and mix up than girl?
Okay, alright, you had me there, Anyways, nice little wild punish into full combo, into the corner, with the projectiles in the middle of it, ending it with super, getting him, Hotaru out of the SPG, nice invincible reversal coming out, and I'm getting a Discord call, what the heck?
Well, one thing about TECB that we're noticing is that they only use the level 1, and that's just because we don't want to spend both our meters, so we could at least have 1 reversal on the table. McWindu, though, going to back away. We could be using the fireball setup, and that's why TECB wanted to use the teleport to chase, but instead we'll get a punish.
Nice punish coming out. Hotaru, unfortunately, in overheat. Raw super, unfortunately, gonna get blocked in the corner. Hotaru's gonna get fully punished for this. Do we see a kill off of the super here? Yes, we do.
Yep, because that super might be raw. However, Hotaru... Damn it! It's those names! I had it! I had the line! Ah!
Of course you had it. You always have it in the back pocket.
I had the line, but I messed it up because of these 2 people's names.
anyway, starting off round number 2. Okay, SPG coming out mid-screen, unfortunately not picking off any armor moves. Nice wild punish off of the whiffed grab from Hotaru, getting it into the corner. Little bit of SPG left, but getting it off with the green.
If you notice, TECB is walking backwards, and that's going to be negating a lot of the pressure that Walu is doing, just because, well, we're changing our distance right before the button is pressed.
Hokutomaru taking round number 1 in game number 2. Starting off round number 2. Nice little wild punish with the anti-air, driving her immediately back into the corner. What's a whiff? Oh,
and we
nice
use
little mix-up.
Did you see how TECB uses the run to enforce more spacing? That's one thing about runs that are really great, because we could not only cover so much ground, but we just get free spacing out of it.
And using that spacing, Hokutomaru taking it 2 rounds up against Mischief Waluigi and the Hotaru. We're seeing a lot of the things that make Hokutomaru good. Coming out, just a little bit of projectile game, nice little anti-air conversions into the corner, ending with a classic projectile super. Starting off game number 3, we're hoping to see more of it.
Also, great position changing. We saw that Mischievous Waluigi wants to do the fireball mix-up, but if we use the fireball to chase, that's not going to happen, but we still chase him down off of the whip SVG. Another fireball right there. It really feels like Waluigi's not comfortable brawling it out, even though we are Hotaru.
Nice little air kicks just bouncing off of the head, getting a wild punish in there or two. Nice little block strings coming out, creating a little bit of space. Counter hit teleport mid-screen.
So whatever damage we're going to do, it's going to be extremely difficult for Waluigi to get out of it. Oh, but we soar in, and finally Waluigi gets the winner, gets the win. Can they get the game?
Hotaru coming in clutch with the uses of the SPG. As I say that, Hokutomaru using the air SPG to create a little bit of pressure himself. Counter hit with the little delayed special on the kick to get her into the air, causing a little bit of combo. Goes for a low in the mix-up. Nice counter hit coming out from Hotaru, getting back into mid-screen.
Yeah, we missed the second hack and sack kick that will jump over to level 1. That is a big punish opportunity, but we only got a little bit of damage ordered here. We wanted the main course, but we got an appetizer.
Yeah, Waluigi, unfortunately, not getting a lot of these big punishes off of these key opportunities for him to do so. However, he likes getting a few pokes in. This damage will eventually just build up. Jumping over the whiff grab. Teleport mid-screen with the wild punish in order to get over the projectile. That's going to be the round for Hokutomaru.
This is definitely a tale of combo opportunity. Mischief Waluigi is not playing horrible in terms of opening up and making our opponent make mistakes. However, once we land that hit, that's all we got. You know, you wanted a burger, but you're going to be ordering jalapeno poppers, which are, you know, tasty, but it's not going to win you around, just like how that whiff DP is not going to do Waluigi any favors.
Nice damage coming out. Level 3 super going to finish off the combo. I'm gonna make a prediction here. He's either gonna go for low, or he's gonna go for instant teleport into the air, thinking that maybe a projectile coming out. Okay, never mind. We got the overhead.
Run up overhead too, but you know, it's a real that just shows how much mix-up of Hokutomaru can do. You had the benefit of not even worrying about your inputs, and you still guessed wrong. Imagine how it was for Waluigi trying to do that in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, the mix-up heavy stuff with Hokutomaru, just taking it, ending the game on round 3. Up 3-0 right now against the Hotaru. Starting off round number 4, we're getting a nice little double jump off of the side switch there. Gets into the full combo, almost in the corner, now fully in the corner.
Well, again, we were talking about this before. Because of the run, like any almost corner combo, if you have enough advantage frames, it becomes a corner combo.
Nice SPG for the armor onto the full punish. That was a little bit of a combo drop at the end, I think, but we managed to still pick it up, and that closes out the round.
Well, that's just because the stun frames are so large that there was a bit of a whiff. But hey, you saw that rush meter, that beat meter, it said 12. I saw no combo dropping.
Nice counter hit in response to the teleport, blocking the SPG. Does SPG immediately again after he lands in order to drive Hotaru back into the corner. Level 1 super to finish it off.
And we're going to go ahead and run up. Stop, waited for a button, goes for the whip punish. Not exactly a wild punish, but we did catch Waluigi not blocking. And, well, they're going to have to block whatever's going to be here, which is a low. There's your low.
There's the low, yeah. All right. Hokutomaru taking it 4-0 against Mischief Waluigi Hotaru. One more round in the set. Let's see if Waluigi can make it potentially a 4-1, potentially fight his way back. Definitely has the potential there, just needs to finish off those whiff punish, wild punish opportunities with the full combo.
And this is one of the interesting things about CFGC. Yes, we're playing the full set, and I keep talking about this before, that we want to stem the bleeding, but that just ensures that the losing player wants to give it their all. It could be in a certain situation where you just want to give up and not waste your energy, but every fight here counts.
Nice little low jab in order to get pressure started. Full corner combo pressure. Let's see the mix-up here. Goes for lows.
Lows after a...
Nice teleport wall punish, but it doesn't get it!
Oh man, we went for the Miyagi, the jump, the run-up throw, did not find the mark, and now... Oh, look at that, classic footsies. Run up, walk back, wait for response, throw slow button.
The footsies getting a lot of damage off of the corner. With the trade, Hotaru takes the trade, unfortunately. That low life total, gonna make it so that he's gonna die. Potentially final round in the set for both players. Starting off with Hokutomaru going for the throw. Nice SPG, but unfortunately gets fully whiffed into a counter hit.
Yeah, the rev blow was misspaced, unfortunately, and now TECB is running their game. We're pretty much are on layer 1. Waluigi has not forced TECB to make any sort of changes, and when you get a 5-0...
Second,
but you're still adjacent. You're still adjacent to the college diet.
I'm a student of my heart, but no, don't have a Raising Cane's near me. I've only been to it twice, so I don't have much of an opinion. Anyways, Mai versus Preecha, University of North Texas Denton versus University of South Florida. Final match of the night. Here we go. Starting off round number 1, we're gonna see maybe immediate rush down from Preecha, a little bit of zoning from Mai.
No, they're both gonna walk forward. This is going to be a more fundamental-based fight.
All right, starting off, Preecha getting in with the grab there, creating a little bit of a projectile setup. Nice side switch with the grab on Mai. Nice delay in order to get one small hit. Wild punish with the air.
Big jump in from Coleon. That's going to be great because we're holding the corner, and we're holding the corner with half our life over the opponent.
Nice punish with the little flake that Mai does for Preecha. Bringing it back into mid-screen. Whiffs the super, though. Unfortunately, not creating the punish. There's another punish opportunity for Preecha, though. Whiffed DP.
That is the equivalent of a fight. That is a fighting game mulligan. Yo, there's no mana in my hand. Let me redo it again. Gotcha, whiff DP.
Nice wild punish in the air for Preecha. Doing the same thing that Mai did to her in the corner. Round number 1 finished going to Preecha. Round number 2, creating a little bit of mid-range opportunity. We got a projectile. Nice SPG coming out from Preecha to create some closing the gap opportunity. Nice little back dash. Wild punish!
Yeah, dash back to get away from the low move, the low normal from MegaDarkBean. Nice. Just 2 jump-ins. Let's go. Just 2 jump-ins.
Just 2 jump-ins. We gotta do it 2 times, not once, not 3 times, just 2. Don't want to do too much. Now Mai's in overheat. Nice little air punish though from Preecha, getting herself out of the corner, denying Mai the usage of SPG as well. Do we connect with the level 1? Yes, we do this time. That is a lot of damage done. But
it's also a lot of rev, but that doesn't matter, especially when your opponent is overheated. And let's look at one of the unique strikes of Preecha, in my opinion. That Rekka, and I mean this with all the affection of my heart, that Rekka combo is dummy easy. You just hold forward and hit punch, meaning you don't drop it. You will get your guaranteed finish.
Yeah, the guaranteed finish, making it one of the best Rekkas, in my opinion, in fighting games, but Starting off game number 2, Preecha responding a little bit of pokes back and forth, getting the combo opportunity off, getting Mai out of SPG, driven into the corner, just defend off of the low, nice little tech grab coming out, counter hit to create some space, SPG coming back onto Mai.
DarkBean also has the Red Blow SPJ range still at the disposal. Standing speed still finds the hit. Another uppercut. We're really seeing that Coleon loves that DP.
Now we're seeing the Mai driving Preecha into the corner in overheat state. Gotta be very careful. Does the side switch, gets the wild punish off of the jump hit in order to put Mai back into the corner. And there you have it, level 1 super closing out the round.
A little bit of a 5-knuckle shuffle from Preecha there. Preecha is definitely a math nerd, and this person's arithmetic has the arithmetic tricks to get this round going.
Very punny. Anyways, we see Mai getting a little bit of combo potential off here. A few pokes coming out. Preecha responding in kind with the DP. Nice air knee there, creating some space. What's the mix-up?
Well, it's going to be dash up throw, but the neutral jump allows DarkBean to get this huge combo. We totally connected that. You can see from the height of our opponent that DarkBean is not going to let that mistake haunt them.
Both players just trying to use the air moves. Nice little trade there. Nice quick jabs into a confirm in order to finish off the round. 1-1 for both players right now. Final round in game number 2. MegaDarkBean looking to finish it off with a bang. Nice little down jab there, creating block stream pressure. Nice combo, finding a gap in the defense.
Goes for the hard knockdown this time just to maintain the corner pressure. Crouching light, and right now, DarkBean being a little bit more, making a bit more space. Lands the Rekka. Will we complete it? No, we're not.
Nice overhead, although you are in overheat, so if you don't kill her here, there's a little bit of a chip damage opportunity. Nice counter hit coming out from Mai with a low hit. Let's see what the mix-up is. Air into air into air, back responding in kind for the other player. Nice backdash into the whiff grab. Here's a full punish. This isn't going to kill, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, Coleon going to go ahead, gets the overhead right there. Both players at level 2. We can end it with one combo, one interaction, especially with Coleon. One touch away, and they still gamble on the DP.
That DP was wild, but unfortunately, Preecha just throwing it out. Just one jab is all it needs. MegaDarkBean taking it 2-0 so far against Coleon. But hey, we're getting back into it. Let's hope that there's no more disconnection issues coming out from Mai or Preecha. Starting off 2-0 up MegaDarkBean versus Coleon.
This could decide the entire set, but we will play the remaining games. Rev Blow. MegaDarkBean has not used Preecha's Rev Blow until now. Great decision to hold off on such a killer option.
Pushing Mai into the corner, tries to go for a jump hit, gets the jump out of the way, just the perfect time in order to avoid that hit, but later responds with the wild punish. This is going to be death into the overheat, and we see immediately, very soon, with 42 seconds left, Preecha taking round 1.
18-second round, if you didn't want to do the math, chat.
SPG, nice little counter hit, air to air, wild punish, air to air, gets a full combo off of mid-screen, driving Preecha into the corner, nice little break on the DP. What's the mix-up here? Going for a low, nice air to air.
Yeah, you could see that Coleon wanted to answer the jump back. Jump back button is a great option just to do with a lot of sequences in the corner, but if you jump when your opponent jumps, you can easily pop them, especially with a far-reaching air normal that Mai has.
Mai taking round 2 in game number 3 to go for anyone's way. We're starting to see Mai taking a little bit of a learning experience, learning the matchup from rounds previous with that unfortunate time break. But Preecha just saying, no, I'm just going to continue doing the same thing. Find a gap in your offense.
We're not going to use our super meter. Interesting decision from MegaDarkBean. We're in the SPG range. Will we see the Rev Blow? No. Instead, we find a with DP, and that's going to allow Coleon to really pile on the damage with the level 1.
Level 1 super pushes almost into the corner, jabs and air to air, pushing Preecha fully into the corner. What's the mix up here? Going for the low, trying to get the jump punish, but unfortunately not. Here's the DP in order to close out the round. 1 round up on the board for Coleon.
Yeah, Coleon really looks like that they just need one good mix, one hard knockdown, and they're able to run roughshod over MegaDarkBean. We're starting to see that Preecha's lack of tools, especially a lack of a good wake-up option, is really allowing Coleon to run their offense.
Nice projectiles to start it off, creating a bunch of space. Tries to go for the DP, but the SPG gets armored for advantage on the DP. But now Preecha just piling on all the damage. What's the mix up here? Going for the overhead, perfect block, but the low catches him.
You gotta be very careful right now. Orthodox MegaDarkBean needs to get this kill right now, especially since they're in the corner and burnt out, or I'm sorry, overheated.
No, the forward momentum on that move and the slow startup frames, making it so that Preecha finally gets that wild punish off on the jump. Closing out the first round in game number 4, starting off round number 3. Preecha just immediately doing same thing she always does, giving Mai out of the SPG from the very start.
I really got a feel for Coleon that they have yet to be able to use any of their SPG because one Rekka combo from Darkbean just takes them out of it.
Nice punish off of the long-reaching low here, getting herself out of the corner. Mai just using DPs to extend the combo. What's the mix-up here? Tries to go for the air-to-air, gets the counter hit. Nice little delay on the break. Preecha responding with a few jabs. Got to be really careful here. There's the grab, doesn't fully kill. Preecha throws out a fireball for the potential mix, creating some space. Counter hit with the kick, and the air-to-air takes it. MegaDarkBean going 3-1 right now.
We had, look at that. That set. A contributing factor was the fireball, mainly forcing Coleon to just hold that position. Fireball controls your opponent just as much as it controls your life meter.
Tries to go for an air hit, blocking the SPG, getting a little long-range kick. And not necessarily get a punish, but a quick poke. Nice little DP there from Preecha. Now with the side switch, pushing her all the way over to the other side, letting loose all. Tries to end it with SPG, doesn't work out quite as well as he wanted to.
Yeah, we didn't get the damage, but we still kept the positioning, which is what you want for an aggressive Aoki. And even the whiffed Rev Blow is going to put Coleon in an advantageous position. We're still going to go ahead and use our meaty normals to break on the DP. How much damage can we tack on?
Preecha overheat in the corner. Mai trying to do some break combos in here for a little bit of a mix-up. Tries to go for air-to-air. Preecha getting one hit in the air. Mai not doing the same thing. Air-to-air wins for Preecha. Wild punish kick on the very long range here. Not able to punish because of the overheat state for killing. Nice little meter burn in order to provide a mix-up into the combo. The air-to-air with the kick! Closing out the round for Preecha.
Yeah, that's because of the double fireball. It just has much more frames of recovery, and Preecha has really good jump in normals.
Nice little constant jump in. That's 2 jump-ins in a row for Mai, only getting a couple hits in at the time. Just defends to respond. He's like, yeah, I feel like you're going to block it after I deal too much. But now Preecha deciding to side switch and just bringing her into the corner again. Not quite out of SPG. Mai hasn't really used it a lot this round, but no longer has the opportunity to. Nice little low kick in order to get Preecha out of her SPG. Preecha's left mid screen with overheat.
Yeah. Oh no, that is totally being blocked.
Oh yeah, that's being blocked. Bringing it into the full corner. Mai having a comeback opportunity here. Ending it with the level 1 super. What's the mix-up? Do we see the low again? No, we see the jump attack. Double jump. We get the standard jab. It's 1-1.
I was really interested to see why Coleon just wanted to use the level 1. It's probably because Bean was in overheat, and if they lived, they could easily use that level 1 to chip out.
Yeah, and the chip damage would potentially be a game changer here, but we see Mai bring a little bit of counter pressure. We get the catch up, but no longer able to get Preecha out of the SPG. Nice little raw overhead, just defend, air-to-air trade. DP in order to punish the forward momentum move. Counter hit out of the air. Nice little break mix-up, not getting a full counter. Wild punish with the jump attack.
Yeah, you could really see that Coleon is okay. Oh, I was holding my breath. I didn't see.
That killed.
Yeah, that totally killed.